Hello and namaste. Your humble host here, the incorrigible Mr. Zeppo. I just wanted to let you guys know that I've been struck with a bit of inspiration because deep down, as I'm sure most of us sort of by default are, I'm a bit of a movie nut. Like, I love watching movies. I don't talk about it on social media much because I think that market is saturated. But I'm sitting here watching a movie that I rented today, and it struck me that I just got to be really ironic about my movie reviews if I want to be taken seriously in the entertainment world. I actually have to have an opinion on something that everybody cares about, not just an opinion on stuff that everyone's trying to ignore, like, you know, the war profiteering and the Enlightenment stuff. Everyone's like trying to avoid that. I need an opinion show on shit that people actually want to listen to, that engages you and kind of addicts you to my way of thinking, and then draws you to the anti-war profiteering, pro-Enlightenment stuff. I just wanted to be clear. I am against war profiteering. I'm not against the human beings who are protecting us, et cetera, right? Like, you get it, right? I'm not anti, because that's how they get you to argue. If you're against war, then you're not supporting the troops. And America supports the troops, right? Because we are the troops. They sucker us into volunteering. They don't even have to draft us or force us or conscript us anymore. They just brainwash us right into volunteering. But I digress. I love the troops. I love everybody in any uniform whose job is to protect us. I just don't like it when they don't do that and instead, do other things that are horrible, which happens. But that's just a human problem. That isn't a uniform problem. The uniform problem is that the mucky mucks up high are all fucking conflict profiteers. They want people shooting each other in our city streets so that the cops can shoot at them because all of that sells bullets like a mad gangbusters, yo. Oh, wait. I was talking about the movie review show. So, I digress. No one wants to hear me talk about that other stuff. It's too depressing. And the Enlightenment thing is too intense of an angle, and no one's ready for it. But everybody, myself included, loves movies. And we all give a shit about opinions about movies. And TV shows too. But I'm the first to admit that I have not been watching TV shows. I've been watching the news. I have not been watching TV shows except for the random ones that I occasionally post about on social media because I'm so dumbfounded that I haven't watched TV in like 11 months that I actually watch a TV show. I'll be really upfront with you guys. The last television show that I watched, and it was like in that golden era where you could do both, I watched it on TV for reals, like on the television, waiting for it to come on. But I also binge watched the fuck out of it because, I was lazy and didn't watch the whole thing on TV and then they came out. But that was Battlestar Galactica. I think there's probably kids at my job that have never even heard of Battlestar Galactica. I don't mean the old school 70s one. I was like not born yet when that came out. But I did watch it in reruns in the early 80s. But Battlestar Galactica, the remake, that was the last television show that I literally watched and had a relationship with and engaged with and was like, this is a great show. I need to watch it. Since then, I have just not bothered. Not that I hate television. I don't. Whatever. But so stay tuned to get to my point. I'm going to do Mr. Zeppo's, forgive me, I have to get my own terminology right or else the brand won't stick. The incorrigible. And I chose that word really specifically, by the way, for anybody who's just like, what the fuck? Look it up and then think about it and then listen to my podcast. And you'll understand why I chose that word. The incorrigible Mr. Zeppo's totally irrelevant movie reviews. Because no one really gives a shit about my opinion on movies. And I'm also going to pick movies out of my ass that I think are important. And not just whatever, any old movie. Because there's a lot of... I get critiqued. I have gotten this criticism throughout my artistic life. You're too positive all the time, Mr. Zeppo. You're like way too gangbusters about everybody's work. And I'm like, no. I actually literally only do that if I love something. And I don't talk about anything else in terms of critique. And I'm not going to give negative reviews. I'm not going to do it. I refuse. I'm just going to come on and be like, you guys, I totally randomly watched this movie last night and it reminded me that I love this movie and it's amazeballs and here's why. And that's going to be my show, the new podcast show. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for giving a fuck. And if you like my crazy esoteric ramblings, stay tuned for the movie thing because I think it's going to like tie the whole thing together like the rug in The Big Lebowski. Or I'm batshit crazy. I don't know. One of the two. At least I'm running with it, right? This is me. This is who I am. And if you like who I am and you enjoy listening to this nonsense, stay tuned because it's just going to get crazier.